Morning, everybody. It is Monday, September 20th, and this is our Monday morning update meeting. I have just a few things to mention, and then I'll pass on to Bill and to Jim. First thing is we have a selectmen's meeting tomorrow night. On Tuesday, it's going to begin a little bit early at 6 o'clock because we have a big agenda. Some of the things that we're discussing are CPC articles that are going to be on the special town meeting. Special town meeting, by the way, is on October 26th. CPC articles include baseball field, Border Street, and then what were the other, Jim, what was the other big topic on the CPC? Oh, the school, Hadley School.
Right, that's not the CPC, that's a separate article, but the Hadley School. Yeah, exactly.
So the other topic is going to be discussing the school, as well as a couple of liquor license violations that we'll be going over. Other thing that I'll mention is that the school committee and the Board of Selectmen met several times last week and appointed a new member to the school board or school committee. So I want to welcome Carrie, and I know I'm going to butcher her last name, but it's Borkowski, to the school committee. I think she'll be a great addition, and I want to thank everybody that participated in that. We had 8 people that put their name in the hat for it. They were all great candidates, but Carrie was the one that rose to the top. So congratulations, Carrie. And then lastly, again, I just want to reiterate the special town meeting. There's only like 15 items on it, but some of them are very important. There's the typical financial type stuff. There's some very interesting CPC articles, and there's also a citizen's petition to get rid of the moratorium to put recreational marijuana stores in town. So that's one that'll be debated a lot as well. So I encourage you all to participate. That's all I have for now. Bill, let me roll it over to you, and you can tell us about the schools.
Thank you, Mr. Vignani, and good morning, everybody. I would like to welcome you all. Happy Monday. I'll start with our health and wellness update. Again, we're proud to report our numbers are extremely low in the schools, so thank you everyone for your cooperation. From last week, this week's numbers are 2 reported cases in our entire district. We do send that information out weekly each Friday, along with the town's positivity rates and case count. Beginning this Friday, we will begin to include vaccination rates in our district for students and staff. I think this will give folks a wider scope of where we're at with our vaccination, and those numbers in our town, in our state, in our school district, I think are very positive. But we're always looking to get them better as we await the state's updated guidance for October 1st that may involve vaccination rates. We want to make sure we started sharing that information. So please pay attention to that. That goes out every Friday, and those numbers are reported on vaccination rates bi-weekly on the Friday. So we will include those. School committee meeting is tonight. So like Mr. Vignani said, I'd like to thank the combined school committee and select boards for taking the time to conduct an in-depth interview process for the appointment of the vacant seat on the school committee. Was at all the meetings, and I thought it was extremely professionally well done. And to see both boards working in harmony together for such an important position was great. And also to see 8 local citizens apply, and our passion shows a lot of reflects on the positivity in the town and passion for a great education for our kids. So thank you all to the 8 candidates as well. And congratulations to Dr. Borkowski as she begins her tenure tonight, and welcome aboard. At the school committee meeting also, our focus this year, among other things, is curriculum. So what we've decided to do is have for each meeting now, our Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum Instruction and Assessment, Ms. Heidi Driscoll, will be having a report each week on updates in the curriculum in the district, as well as you may have noticed in our Thursday Thoughts, all central office staff are reporting out on things going on in the district this year, something new we want to include you. And we welcome the community members, if you haven't have access to our Thursday Thoughts, our weekly digital newsletter, to please go on our website to check that out. Tonight, also important agenda item, I will be presenting my vision and goals for the district this year. And that document, if you can't make it, will also be available up on our website this week. And then our athletic handbook will be presented and voted on this evening, as well as a memorandum of understanding between the teachers union and the district school committee on returning to school. We work collaboratively on that. And finally, gifts, any acceptance of gifts to our community. So pretty jam-packed agenda, so we're hoping you can make it. And finally, I'll end with a sailor shout out to Mr. John Fitzgerald, Gates social studies teacher, for inviting me into his 6th grade class. A terrific opportunity for me to meet the kids, for them to meet me and get to know me in person. One of our focuses is on personalization this year as we come back from a pandemic, to connect in person, get to know each other. And I learned a lot about 2-column notes there in class. We have some really great kids, and again, they welcomed me with open arms and gave me the ability to dust off my my teaching credentials and interact with the students. So great shout out to the class and to Mr. Fitzgerald. Thank you very much. That's all I have for today. So thank you all. Have a great week.
Jim?
So good morning. Again, happy Monday. We hope it's a happy Monday, but we'll see, it's still early. So we'll start with water main construction. We're finishing up Old Oaken Bucket this week. Today, the crews will be tapping into the water main on Route 123. They'll also be connecting into the Walnut Hill booster station. So residents in those areas will see interruption of their water service today. Woodworth Lane, Bridle Lane, Walnut Hill Drive, Greenbrier Way, and Garrison Drive will all be impacted today with water shutoffs as we make those connections. Those residents have been notified. Tomorrow, we will be connecting that main into Maple Street. There will be some outages up there also, and those residents have also been notified. That will finish up the pipe work on Old Oaken Bucket. After that, we'll be working on getting it paved. But once those crews are finished on Old Oaken Bucket, probably tomorrow, they will then switch down to Brook Street and start working on Brook Street on Wednesday. You get that water line from Front Street all the way up to Tilden and a little bit down Tilden replaced over the next several weeks. So there will be some interruptions down there. Pay attention to the details and the signs. Total demand for the last week was 1.267 million gallons. That was down slightly from the 1.317. So it's that time of year where our water usage continues to drop. Rain at the reservoir was 0.98. We still have high manganese levels in the reservoir, though they are dropping. They are still high enough to cause discolored water. We continue to ask residents, if you have discolored water, please let us know, as those are data points for us to make sure we're getting that stuff out of the system. The reservoir was at -3 yesterday. Tack Factory Pond was at +6. The reservoir is down on purpose. We lowered that slightly to take some of the stress off the dam and to give us storage capacity for the fall storms that are coming. The treatment plant pilot study is ongoing. They've taken a week off while they brought in some new equipment. That'll start up again today. I believe there's about 2 weeks of that left. Then the pilot study will go away, and they'll come back later in the winter when the pond water is cold to do the tests on the cold water. And again, this is to make sure when we design a new water treatment plant, it is designed for our specific water to treat the water that we have in Scituate. And that will be ongoing again over the next several months. Last week, when we did our COVID counts, we had incomplete COVID counts. We only had 9 as of Friday because the weekend numbers had not been posted by the state. The total for last week, the last Monday, would have been 13 cases. And this week we are at 17. So we went up 4, but we are still in the teens, which is good. We'll continue to monitor that. Our positivity rating was at 2.41, which is actually down slightly from the 2.52 of the previous week. The county is down to 3.46, which is down 3.71. And the state is at 2.26, which is down from 2.52. So those numbers are kind of all over the place. Percentages are down, case numbers are up. We'll continue to monitor those. We have not at this point discussed a mask mandate for the town, but we will see where those numbers go over the next several weeks. Right now, they are trending in the right direction. We urge people to be cautious. If you're in public and you have pre-existing health conditions, you're going into a building, we urge you to wear a mask. And if you have not been vaccinated, please talk to your physician and see if the vaccine is right for you. As the superintendent said, the more people we get vaccinated, the better it is. The more kids we can get vaccinated, the better it is for the schools when the state comes out with the new regulations for October 1st. We're still working on First Parish. You can see the base coat is down on the sidewalk. The base coat is down on the road. The handicap ramps have been put in. Right now, we're just waiting for Verizon to come in and do some work on a manhole. Once they have done that, we'll bring the contractor in and do the final paving on First Parish. The streets off First Parish and off Beaver Dam have been finished. I will again caution everybody, once that is done, we will have some intensive radar run on that road to slow people down, as new pavement tends to get people to speed up. But that work is ongoing. We hope to have that finished over the next several weeks. If you come down to the high school, middle school, you'll see the Stephen Wright. The boards are up. The fencing is up for the dashes. So that is all complete. The surface, base surface is down. Right now, we are waiting for the final finished surface to come in. There is a delay on that caused by both COVID and the ice storms in Texas. All that thermoplastic paint comes out of Texas. So we are waiting for a final delivery date on that. Once we have it, we'll let everybody know when that's supposed to be finished up. And it's the same delay that is impacting us on redoing the lines on the roads. We just can't get the thermoplastic. So I'm waiting for the contractor to give us an idea when that will come in and when we can put that down. He is still saying he'll be done by the end of September, beginning of October. So we'll see what happens with that. Well, 17A is ongoing. We just need the state, the National Grid to come in and put in some meters. We're working on that. You get on the Widows Walk, you can see the outline of the building, what the building's going to look like. That is moving ahead. We are still on schedule to have that finished by this fall. It'll be a new clubhouse, new kitchen area, expanded dining area, and the handicap accessibility will be greatly improved when that's done. So we're looking forward to that. If you go down to Hummerock, the living quarters are all framed in and done. The truck bay has been framed, but the trusses are up. They're working on putting the roof up this week, so that is moving along. That will be done again by the fall, as we have to get the truck indoors from Fourth Cliff, where we're keeping it temporarily right now. The Council on Aging lunch program has been a great hit. I urge people, if they haven't been up there, it's a great way to get up to the Council on Aging, see what's going on. The food's fantastic. It's only $5. If you know a senior that is shut in or by themselves, it's a great way to grab them, bring them up there. For $5, they'll get a great meal, meet some new people, and have some socialization. So it's been working out exactly the way we intend. The menu is on the website. I'm not going to give the menu every week. This will be my last time. Today is chicken masala. So looks like a good lunch today if you can get up there. But please take advantage of it. It really is a great opportunity to get out, meet people, and have a good lunch for a very short amount of money. So we're very happy with what's going on there. Finally, if you get on to Cedar Point, you'll find there's no pavement left in Cedar Point. The contractor has pulverized the entire road at Cedar Point and is putting down the base of the cobble and the base coat. So we will be working on that. We're hoping to get that paved. It will be paved before the winter. Whether we get the top coat down or not is not clear, but we will get a base coat down for the winter, have that buttoned up, but that whole area will be finished up. That project has gone extremely well. We're very happy with the contractor. We're very happy with the results of what's going on out there. And I think people will be happy with the final product when we get everything paved and buttoned up for the winter. So that's what I have for today.
Thanks, Jim. Yeah, that Cedar Point project worked out great. They did it, avoided all of the catastrophes that we thought could occur there. And it was a joint collaboration between the betterment and then the town also put about $4 million into that project as well. So great to the whole team that worked on that. One last thing I just want to mention, school is in session. So there's a couple times during the day where you got to be careful driving around the high school. There's probably from what, 7:30 to 8 o'clock, and then probably from like 2:30 to 3. A lot of traffic going on there. If you can avoid that First Parish Road and go another way, you may not get stuck in traffic and get frustrated, but a lot of kids around there, so be careful. And then also one of the great things with school being back in session is there is great sports entertainment. So please go out and support your teams. You've got volleyball, you've got soccer, you've got football, all these things, many days, many afternoons, and some evenings. So get out and support the local athletics, as well as, all the other events that are going on. So that's it for Monday. Have a great week, and Karen Canfield will be here next Monday.